Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa, and welcome back to Queen Tulsa's Coffee Talk. Listen here, we've got a great lineup for you on today, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I am excited. I'm really excited. Um, there are some topics that we are going to get into that are going to be a little heavy. I gotta admit, they're going to be a little heavy, but I feel like it's worth addressing and worth talking about. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first topic. So it's actually going to be coming from Instagram and the Jasmine brand. They be on it. So they are up, they are ready. And this is what they just posted not long ago. Let's give them a heart. All right, let's get into it. So the article reads, United Airlines faced major issues Wednesday night, August the 6th, after a tech outage forced the airline to ground all flights across the country. The issue began shortly after 6 p.m. Eastern Time and was traced to a problem with United's weight and balance computer system. In a statement, the airline said, "We are working with customers to get them on their destinations after a technology disruption on Wednesday evening." United added, "The underlying technology issue has been resolved, and while we expect residual delays, our team is working to restore our normal operations." Despite resolving the problem within a few hours, the impact was significant. Flight tracking site Flight Aware reported more than 1,000 delays over 40 cancellations. The Federal Aviation Administration confirmed it was aware of the disruption, and the U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy clarified the issue was specific to United's operations and not related to the broader air traffic control system. Who child? Okay, so let's listen to the news outlet, and we'll come right back.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, that tech glitch felt nationwide, and even with the issue now resolved this morning, more than 100 flights have been canceled.
Yeah, a nationwide outage.
Overnight, one of the world's largest airlines grinding to a halt.
We're having a bunch of issues right now.
United Airlines grounding all flights nationwide, causing travel turmoil and stranding thousands of passengers.
This is a small portion of the United Airlines flights that are grounded right now.
Just after 6 p.m., the FAA alerts began going out, citing technology issues.
Airplanes are not leaving, and that's not just here, it's wherever United flies.
The system that calculates weight and balance and tracks flight times had gone offline, triggering ground stops from Newark and Denver to Houston and Chicago.
They have some sort of a glitch. The whole terminal is full of United airplanes that are not going anywhere.
Thousands of passengers stuck on tarmacs and in terminals sharing their frustration.
We ended up sitting there for like 2 hours. It started getting really hot and smelly.
We knew that it was abnormal for sure.
Deplane passengers in Denver forced to sleep in cots while waiting for their flight to leave. The airline saying in a statement, "Safety is our top priority, and will work with our customers to get them to their destinations. By 10 p.m., the system was back up and running.
Look forward to everybody get out of here.
But the ground stop setting off a domino effect with over 1,000 delays and at least 200 cancellations.
I am so mad about it. Like, I don't want to be waiting here until 12 to get on my flight.
Well, United says the outage did not affect flights already in the air. Those.
All right, so listen here, y'all. This was a lot. Let's go ahead and get into these comments. Well, nobody commented yet. Ooh, child. All right, so I'm going to say, woo, child, pay attention. Okay, now that's what we are going to do. Let's go ahead and go to our next story. Oh, all right, get into this. Jennifer Lopez says she won't be getting married again and is choosing herself after 4 divorces and 6 engagements. Well, about time. Okay, girl, about time. About time, about time. All right, now let's get into it. Indianapolis man charged with raping 14-year-old boy in bathroom of Tarkington Park. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So this article, what are they saying? All right, it says, let's follow them. All right, it says a 35-year-old man is in jail after being charged with raping a 14-year-old boy at Tarkington Park on Indy's north side. According to police, the teen was walking to his summer job at the MLK Center in late June when he entered the bathroom at Tarkington Park and was attacked by a stranger. IMPD credits park surveillance cameras, cooperation from the victim, and quick action from the North District officer for helping identify and arrest the suspect within days of the incident. Brandon Merriweather has now been formally charged with great sexual misconduct with a minor, child solicitation, and failure to warn that he was carrying a dangerous disease. The alleged assault has raised concerns about safety in public parks, particularly those frequented by children and teens during the summer months. What are your thoughts on this? Should the city increase security or add new safety measures in parks like Tarkington to protect kids? This is outrageous. Someone says he's out here creating more monsters like himself and infecting people. I pray that child can overcome this and not let it define his future. I had a friend look at me crazy for taking my 8-year-old son to the bathroom. Her son will always go alone, and I will warn her about that. Boys are just as much victims of SA as girls, if not more. And my 8-year-old can't fight off a grown man. Prayers to that baby boy. That poor baby. Prayers to that baby boy. Get rid of him. Don't waste my tax dollars. OMG, this is me and my kids go to the park. We never use the bathrooms there. Lord, bless that young boy. Heal him physically, mentally, and emotionally, Lord, in Jesus' name. Oh, Jesus. He'll be taken care of once he's inside. But you know what? I just feel like that was so messed up. So nasty, so heinous, and you just traumatized, that individual. Let's see. A Milan mother gave birth to 9 babies at once, a set of non-nuplets in a rare pregnancy. They were born early by cesarean section at 30 weeks gestation in May 2021, and all 9 survived, setting a Guinness World Record. The babies were healthy and are thriving today. Aww. Aww. So it is 5 girls and 4 boys. Aww. All right, y'all, get into this. Brooklyn pastor sentenced to Oh, Brooklyn pastor sentenced to 9 years in prison for using $90,000 from his church members to buy luxury items. Bishop Lamar Whitehead, a Brooklyn pastor also known as the Bling Bishop, received a 9-year prison sentence for fraud, extortion, and making false statements to the FBI. He was convicted of defrauding a church member of approximately $90,000 from her retirement savings. Whitehead had promised to help her buy a home, but instead spent the money on luxury goods and personal expenses, including purchases from stores like Louis Vuitton and payments for a BMW. The church member, Pauline Anderson, stated in her victim impact statement that she had lost everything she had worked for. Whitehead also attempted to defraud and extort a businessman by claiming he could use his connections with the New York City mayor, Eric Adams, to secure favorable deals in exchange for a large loan and a share in real estate transactions. Additionally, he submitted fraudulent loan applications to various financial institutions, falsely claiming to have millions of dollars in the bank and a substantial monthly income. Beyond the prison sentence, Whitehead was ordered to pay $85,000 in restitution and forfeit $95,000 despite the conviction. Whitehead maintains his innocence and plans to appeal. Now, what are y'all thoughts on that? Let's go ahead and take a look. So these are his fancy items that he was allegedly buying. He was living very fabulous, okay? Very fabulous, okay? Rolls Royce, honey, lips moist, okay? Congregation. Oh, look at him. Look at that photo right there. Child, it's this photo right here for me. Let's see what the people are saying. Is this the pastor from Off the Shy? His lawyer took his money just like he took that lady money and did nothing to help him. Karma came quick. 9 years is insane. What the F did his lawyer do? And can't wear any of them now. TD Jakes Osteen money talks. Damn, Big Boogie was tweaking. I grew up Catholic, and even as a child, I knew asking poor people for money was wild. I no longer belong to any church. My relationship with God is personal. All right, let's get into the next topic. Bobby Edwards enslaved disabled John Smith for 5 years, making him sometimes work over 100 hours a week and never paying him. Yikes. Let's get into this. It says a white South Carolina restaurant manager was sentenced to 10 years in prison for enslaving a black worker with an intellectual disability for 5 years, forcing him to work more than 100 hours a week without pay and frequently beating him with a belt. On one occasion, according to the Department of Justice, Bobby Paul Edwards, the manager of J&J Cafeteria on Conway, South Carolina, dipped metal tongs into hot grease and burned the victim's necks for failing to deliver fried chicken to the buffet quickly. Edwards yelled at the victim and used racial slurs to belittle and demean him, the Justice Department said in announcing the sentencing. In addition to the prison sentence, Edward was required to pay the worker, John Christopher Smith, more than $500,000 in damages, including $272,000 in back pay he never received. Prosecutors say Smith, who is described as having a mild cognitive impairment, began working at J&J Cafeteria as a dishwasher in 1990 at the age of 12. Smith, now in his 40s, eventually dropped out of school and took up full-time paid job at the restaurant, which was owned by Edwards' extended family. That all changed around 2009 when Edwards took over operation of the cafeteria and simply quit paying Smith, who was given a small room at the back of the restaurant for 5 years, according to the court documents. Smith, who eventually became a buffet cook, was required to work more than 100 hours from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Sunday. Without a day off and without pay at times, the court said Edwards would beat Smith with a belt or hit him with kitchen items, such as pans, and punch him with his fists, either because he believed the man worked too slowly or had done something wrong on the job. I want to say, yes, he's got his reparations, but that doesn't take away the pain, the hurt, and the trauma. And, a lot of people don't understand that there is modern day slavery going on, and we need to speak up about it, and we need to be aware of it. So if you see something, please, 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 please say something. Okay. All right. Actually, these are going to be the three topics that we're going to discuss today. But I want you to sound off in the chat if you like the coffee talk. Should I bring it back? Let me know. Should I push it back? Maybe like 10 or 11? Is 9 a.m. Central too early? Let me know in the chat. Actually, I have a meeting right now. And so actually my meeting is at 9:30. So I'll be 9 minutes early for it. But you guys, please, please, please let me know. Should I adjust my coffee talk time? Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next broadcast.